Well, it looks like the journey of the Milan Miracle is over. No more trumpets floating, no more cobras striking. Santino Marella has retired from the WWE, at least in ring-wise. I'm pretty sure the WWE will keep him around as a character. Maybe he'll be doing other stuff. Maybe he'll be doing more behind-the-scenes action. But as far as in the ring, his career is pretty much over. And, you know, I want to kind of make a little, I guess you could say, tribute video to Santino. Kind of talk about when he first started in the WWE, talk about the middle of his career, you know, the ending of his career, and ultimately how he should be remembered and whether or not he could reach, you know, Hall of Fame status by the WWE. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sit back, relax, a tribute to the Milan Miracle, Santino Marella. I remember in 2007 when Santino first debuted, and I just didn't get it. I didn't get why the WWE was trying to build up this guy as some random fan, underdog. Oh my God, he beat the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. I mean, the thing about it was when Santino first debuted, he wasn't really doing much. His promos were bland and boring. You know, his in-ring work wasn't anything special. You know, I just couldn't buy this underdog character. I mean, I was just like, what is this guy? You know, like, he's not entertaining me on the microphone. None of his segments are must-watch TV, and he's certainly not that great in the ring. I just didn't get the hype around this guy. I just didn't understand it. You know, I remember some people were liking him, and some people were like me saying, like, why is this guy IC champion? I really can't get into this underdog character, especially, like, almost every other Raw. You guys will remember just back in 07, when Umaga would face Santino for that IC belt again, he would just whip the living shit out of Santino and get himself disqualified. And it was just like, Santino would keep the belt just basically out of random instead of actually beating Umaga one-on-one in the match. And I just never really got into Santino at first. And I really thought, you know, after he lost that IC title, the WWE gave up on him. But thank God the WWE didn't, because in 2008, Santino Marella actually became one of my favorite wrestlers. Like I said, in 2008, Santino became one of my favorite wrestlers in the company, and it was just because he actually turned heel, and he was actually mildly entertaining. I liked the stuff that he was doing with Maria, trying to hide her from Playboy, and then afterwards, he dumps Maria for Beth Phoenix, saying that, oh, she's an overall better woman. And then Glamorella was just hilarious, a great odd couple, and not only that, his IC title run, oh. Say what you want. You know, I know a lot of people will be like, it wasn't a serious IC title run. He wasn't a big, bad, badass that was kicking people's ass. I don't consider that a legit IC title run. It was a legit IC title run. Better than most IC title runs. That's for damn sure. And he was entertaining through it all. That honkometer, when he brought up the honkometer and he was counting down the days, that shit was hilarious. I was having a blast just sitting there watching Santino, you know, talk about the honkometer. And then I believe it was like at Cyber Sunday, he defeated the Honky Tonk Man. And he's all like, you know what, I'm going to expand the honkometer even more. I'm going to call it the Honko Booker RVD meter. I can't remember the full, or Goldust meter. I think it was Honky Booker Goldust meter that he expanded to. And I thought he was genius with the Glamorella stuff. And Santino Marella definitely through 2008 was one of my favorite wrestlers. And trust us, we all have those years where we don't really like a superstar at first, and then all of a sudden these guys just do something crazy, and it's like, oh my God, this guy is really entertaining, became one of my favorite wrestlers. That's what happened with Santino. But I really think Santino in like 09, that's when he started to lose a little bit of comedy flavor, for me at least. And I felt that's where his career kind of went downhill. In 2009, that's when I really did feel like Santino's career just started to dip down a little bit, because, you know, he went from doing these hilarious mid-card stuff, being a really good heel, to becoming Santino Marella. And I can understand where the WWE thought this would be hilarious. But it was at the wrong time and at the wrong place. At WrestleMania 25, in a Divas Battle Royale, when you were going to have a bunch of returning divas like Tori Wilson, Sunny, and all those other people coming back. You know, a lot of people were excited for that Divas Battle Royale because they were legit good names in that Battle Royale. Instead, we have a Kid Rock concert, and we don't even have a legit winner to this Battle Royale. We have Santino's sister, win the Battle Royale. And in all honesty, I just didn't get it. I just felt so bad for Santino, and it's definitely one of his worst runs with the WWE, in my opinion. Then afterwards, I never felt he recovered from it. Yeah, you could say, well, Chase, he did have that really funny tag team with Kozlov. Yeah, a tag team was definitely enjoyable. Tea Time with Santino and Kozlov was definitely one of his better segments, and especially with Sheamus's reaction. That's probably one of Sheamus's best promos that he's ever cut during the Tea Time with Santino. But afterwards, I just felt there was nothing left for him. I mean, they would give him the U.S. title, but he was like a babyface comedy gimmick that really wasn't doing much with the U.S. title. And, you know, a lot of people just started to get pissed at him because he was wasting the U.S. Championship's luster. Everyone was calling him a joke champion. Hell, I remember, and there's a review that I did a long time ago on my channel, Cesaro beat him for that belt. And a lot of people afterwards said once Cesaro won, Cesaro winning that belt, people were saying legitimize the U.S. title after all the 6 months of Santino holding it. So really, to be honest, it just hurt Santino's stock, I feel, after Santino Marella. I just felt like he never was able to get the same type of comedy going. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, he had some funny moments. Definitely some funny moments with like the tea time with Santino. Santino and Kozlov was definitely a funny little tag team. But it wasn't like he was as hot as he was in 2008. And he was still someone I kind of supported just because he was different than most of the main roster who are serious, badass, tough guys that want to just kick ass. He was definitely different in that regard, but I just couldn't get into him afterwards. And, you know, I feel like one of the career-defining moments for Santino, and I'm pretty sure Santino will say the same thing, was, I believe, in the 2012 Chamber, before WrestleMania 28, if I'm correct on that, the 2012 Chamber, when he was facing off against Daniel Bryan, and fans legitimately thought Santino Marella was going to win, you know, that Chamber match, or maybe the 2011 Royal Rumble. Those are two moments I think Santino will always remember, and I think a lot of fans will always remember. And deep down inside, even though fans won't admit it, I bet you a lot of fans were kind of hoping to see what they would do if Santino did win the 2011 Royal Rumble. And I bet you a lot of fans were just interested to see Santino maybe get, you know, a 2-day title run, you know, because SmackDown's filmed on Tuesdays, a 2-day title run as World Heavyweight Champion just to see what the result would be. I bet you deep down a lot of fans, they won't admit it, and I understand if you won't, but deep down I bet you a lot of fans wanted to see what they would do. But Santino was definitely hot in certain situations, and he definitely has had some highlights in his career. But in all honesty, I feel like once Santino Marella hit, that's when a road bump hit in his career, and that's when Santino Marella really, really couldn't recover overall. Overall, though, when I look at the career of Santino Marella, like I said, 2009 was definitely a road bump for him, but he definitely was a constant in the WWE, and it's always the question by many wrestling fans when you look at, you know, someone ending their career with the WWE. Are they deserving of the WWE Hall of Fame? Now, we all can agree, you know, the WWE Hall of Fame, it deserves some respect. You know, a lot of people don't really treat it as a real Hall of Fame, and that's just some people's personal opinions when it comes down to it. But when you look at the WWE standards and what they look for in their Hall of Famers, and especially if you look at Santino's resume, I believe he's a couple-time Intercontinental Champion. He's won the United States Championship on multiple occasions, a tag team champion with a bunch of different wrestlers. So when you look at Santino's resume per se, you could say, you know what, this guy could be put into the Hall of Fame. And I'm not saying like, you know, automatic Hall of Famer. Like, I don't say he should be in the Hall of Fame class of 2015. Don't quote me on that. I'm saying that he definitely will be like, you know, when I'm 28 or 29 years old, and I'm 21 right now, and you need more people to fill out the Hall of Fame class. I could definitely see myself sitting there, you know, on my couch watching a Monday Night Raw or whatever the hell WWE has on TV at that point, just watching that and then hearing the announcement that Santino's in the Hall of Fame, and I'll just give him a nice little golf clap and say, hey, man, you deserve it. Especially, you know, this guy has been loyal to the WWE. The WWE obviously likes him. He seems like a company type of guy. Hasn't really said anything bad about the business as a whole. You know, that's already brownie points to you. Definitely an entertaining and memorable mid-card character, I would say. I would definitely say Santino's definitely a memorable mid-carder. Whether you loved him or hate him, you still will remember the guy coming out with the trumpet or him putting on, you know, the Cobra, you know, sock puppet. So he's definitely someone that is a memorable mid-card character, someone that I don't think will be forgotten so damn easily. But he definitely has had some road bumps in his career. I think the WWE, for the most part, has executed Santino to the right extent. You know, sometimes, like I said, I wish they'd never turned him babyface. I don't feel like he worked well as a babyface. But as a heel, he did a really, really good job. And I will have to give Santino props because in 2008, he was definitely one of my favorite wrestlers in the company. I always enjoyed when Santino Marella was on my TV. I would just like to thank Santino Marella. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Me kind of talking about the career of Santino, me kind of, you know, picking at it, you know, talking about it, you know, examining it, my thoughts overall on it. Tell me down below what you guys thought about Santino Marella. Did you guys at first were like me and then loved him in 2008 and felt Santino Marella was ultimately what hurt his career? Do you feel he is worthy of a WWE Hall of Fame placement down the line? Are you going to remember Santino? I really want to know what you guys think. Once again, thank you to Santino for entertaining us. If you guys like me, please show some love to this video and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below for more great pro wrestling, sports, and MMA content brought to you by me. Make sure you check out my website, Chillin' with Chase, and follow me on Twitter at ChaseR68. I'll see you guys later. Peace!